Bitcoin price action going parabolic this bull market, according to the macro guru, Raoul. Here we go. The former executive says retail will front-run VCs and institutions before the crypto explosion. That's what's up. He says retail investors have a chance to get ahead of the venture capitalists and blue chip investors before the big crypto markets skyrocket. In a brand new interview on the overpriced JPEGs pod, the former Goldman Sachs exec says for the first time, the retail traders are scooping up crypto assets before institutional investors place their positions. How many of you got the opportunity to front run all the major institutions as well? Doesn't it feel good? Quoting him here, we have never been given the opportunity to own the infrastructure layer and own it before the institutions. I always talk about this. We are front running the institutions, and it's not like it's some mass illusion or delusion. I know because I speak to them all day. They're all coming. All the investors are coming, and we get the privilege for the first time in our lives to own this because everything else is venture capital. Now, the early stage is VC, and to invest in VC, you need to be an accredited investor. Not only that, but most VC funds won't take you unless you have got a certain amount of capital. Facts. So it just knocks everyone out of the actual largest part of the economic high that gets made. It's a club, folks, and you're not in it. So thank God for Bitcoin. And then eventually something goes public and only a few of those companies make a lot of money. So we're disadvantaged as ordinary people. So Raoul goes on to describe the risk curve associated with digital assets, saying it is very much like the risk curve of traditional assets during tough market times. He also likens Ethereum to the US economy, a growing ecosystem rife with activity. Quoting him here, right now, as the economy slows down, the Fed starts cutting. People will buy treasury bills, bonds, and then they'll buy corporate bonds. Then they'll buy the junk bonds. Then they'll buy emerging market junk bonds. And then they'll just buy the private credit. That's the risk curve. It's exactly the same in crypto. That's the first part of the crypto spring. People buy Bitcoin, and when they get a bit of confidence and things are working, they go down to Ethereum, and Ethereum starts outperforming Bitcoin. Well, previous cycles, I don't know about this cycle. Before you know it, you start going down the risk curve. The good projects, Solana or whatever in the middle, like Polygon Matic or whatever else, starts doing well. Then you go down to the cowboy land and you go to everything. That's the risk curve. So what's really interesting is once you start to understand that crypto is an economy, it's just a digital nation state. And Ethereum is actually the larger of the nation states. The Bitcoin economy has more money, but actually it's like Switzerland, right? Just like old people storing their money. Well, Ethereum, there's a lot of stuff going on. And so the Ethereum economy acts like the US economy. There you have it, coming directly from the macro guru. And to watch this video he did entitled Raoul Pal's Q4 plus 2024 prediction, check the show notes below the video in the description. But it doesn't end there. He more recently predicted an exponential age for crypto amid the recent bull markets. Let's break this one down as well. According to Raoul, we're on the cusp of a significant bull run for digital assets, ushering in what he describes as the exponential age, a time of swift and substantial technological advancements. As he shared here on X, the exponential age theme continues, well, exponentially. The exponential age basket is up over 60% year to date. That's what's up. And this was as of June 21st. He also shares here, my thesis is crypto will outperform tech and tech will outperform all the other equities. Bitcoin is now up 75% year to date. This was published on June 21st. And as he points out here regarding Ethereum, Ethereum is up 53% and is ready to break out soon. He also shared that many individual names that form a large part of my thesis are off to a ludicrously good start for the year, which includes Tesla up 162%. And he goes and lists some more like semiconductors up 56%, et cetera, et cetera. And delving into Powell's insights, he contends that tech stocks will overshadow other types of investments, but cryptos, particularly Bitcoin, are poised to take the center stage. That's right, because Bitcoin is the king, for Christ's sake. Now, another notable validation of his thesis is Ethereum's recent performance. Ethereum is inching closer to a significant milestone, nearing the critical price point of roughly $2,000. And according to Powell's observations in the broader tech sector, his analysis pinpoints significant wins, including Tesla that I pointed out boasting 160% increase for the year, while VanEck Semiconductor Exchange Traded Fund, SMH, has risen nearly 60% on the year. These figures align with Powell's theory that the tech stocks will outperform other equities. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Now, furthermore, he postulates that the new bull market cycle commenced back in October. Although this cycle may witness periodic corrections, he foresees the crypto market reaching new annual highs. That's what's up. As he shares here, this is all the confluence between the everything code and the exponential age, and is my core focus for this cycle, which I think we started in October when liquidity bottomed. Now, Powell also believes that as technology stocks correct, cryptos will record new annual highs. Let me know if you agree or disagree that we are in that exponential age. And what are your thoughts on Raoul Powell's predictions? I also watched some of his more recent interviews, and he is predicting the Bitcoin market and the market cap in general to 10 to 20x. And you do the math. Just a 10x on Bitcoin by itself would symbolize a $340,000 Bitcoin price. If we were to 20x, holy moly, we're talking about $680,000 per BTC. I also got to point out, though, I also heard him say that he is not a big holder in Bitcoin anymore. Ironic enough, he is all in on Solana, which blows my mind. Now, lo and behold, Solana is one of the top gainers for the past month, but I always looked since the collapse of FTX and all the venture capitalists that were using Solana and pumping it up along with, the criminals over on Wall Street, makes you wonder. I just lost a lot of respect and credibility for Solana. So when I heard Raoul Powell say 80% of his portfolio is in Solana, I'm like, this guy has gone crazy. Why is he ishcoining like that? Literally, he used to be very pro Bitcoin. Then he took the stance of kind of like anti-Bitcoin and anti-Maxi, which is a little alarming and shocking to me. But I'd love to know your thoughts on Raoul Powell. Do you feel his prediction could be accurate? How do you think, what is he thinking to hold 80% of Solana and not to be holding Bitcoin? And it doesn't mean he doesn't hold any Bitcoin. He could be holding tens of millions of dollars worth of Solana, but to say 80% of his portfolio is in an ish coin is a little alarming, to say the least.